I think one thing is things changed when relationships became transactional. And once they became transactional, then all of a sudden, transactions come with commodities. And so when you put yourself out there and you say, I'm worth, and I can only speak as a man to a woman, as a woman saying to, that she's worth a man that's making at least $100,000 a year, or, he has to be able to do A, B, and C for me. He has to retire me. Now we're talking, this is going back to Richard Gere and Pretty Woman. We're talking prostitution, to be honest with you. And how much grace do you have for a prostitute? So I think that the realistic thing, because as brothers, we're finally like, this is the last 4 or 5 years, we sort of really started to reassess our worth in terms of what value we actually have. And so now it's changed the dynamic, because prior to, it was our value was always in the utility, always into what we brought to everybody else, what we would do to make somebody else happy, or what we would do to make somebody else comfortable. But in this particular, day and time, now it's more so about, okay, I'm doing the work internally. I'm working on, um self-esteem, so I don't have to be out here with full of ego. My esteem maintains me. I'm out here. Okay, the hell just happened there? I'm out here working on building myself up so that I can be the man to provide and do all those other things. And I'm doing well for myself in this particular situation. I'm not just going to deal with somebody who doesn't have or meet certain standards that I have now, because now it's not about those intangibles that we can't measure. Now it's about a standard, and the types of standards that you set. It's not about grace anymore. It's about, do you measure up to, and what have you done to earn my time? What have you done to earn access to me? Because above money and all those other things, my time means more to me than anything else right now, because I'm pretty sure I've seen more summers than I will see. And I need to make sure the rest of these summers are going to be spent in a productive manner. And I can't waste it on somebody who is sizing me up just because, she wants to become a commodity. And I land the plane.
All right. Go ahead. Marcus, want to say something? You on mute.
If a man is ranked, like if women was to rank a man and say he was around a 5, right? But he make $300K a year, what women should he be dating? Like, numbers wise, what do y'all think would be a reasonable expectation? Like, one by one.
Shane, you said 9 or 8? Yeah. Yeah.
What's the figure, Marcus? What's his circumstances?
He's rated physically a 5 by women universally, never above a 5, but he make $300K a year. What ranking or quality of woman do you think that man should get?
Ooh,
damn. Shit, whatever he wants.
See,
at that point,
it ain't all about the bread though. He gonna have a lot of problems, man. It ain't all about the bread. The bread's important, but if he don't have a character, he don't have that pizzazz, man, he gonna get cheated on. She's gonna desire that dude. Like, come on, don't tell me a lot of y'all cats ain't smash dudes, girls like that. That he gonna listen, man. That ain't it. You got to take it. If he need to take that $300,000 a year and invest into a personal trainer or something, right? He need to work on some skincare. He need to get right. Like, it ain't gonna work out for him. He gonna get cheated on. It's damn near guaranteed, man. I mean, there's certain females who won't, but not these ones today, man. They ain't really about that. Because, man, you gotta think about that. What else is with him? Do he got the character to support that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
just a regular guy.
You seen some ugly dudes, man, pulled in some nice chicks now. If it's not
I'm not saying he can't get them. I'm not saying he can't get them. But what I'm trying to say is, don't tell me you ain't smashed your mighty girl like that before.
Yeah, but
No,
That's
that
what I'm
was just
saying.
you,
She gonna
Trev.
cheat on him.
No, Trev. Black
Huh?
men don't cheat. That
That's
was
just
just you.
the money.
Look, I wasn't cheating when I was doing none of that.
Trev, why you gotta
I wasn't
complicate
committed to
Kevin,
nobody.
nigga, that was you.
Trev, you
Put that
gotta
on us.
complicate the question. You gotta add all
Look,
these extra
man,
context. He just
because you
asked
know
him-
what? These women out here adding extra context. These women don't ask for money alone. They say, no, you need to have 6 figures, and you need to be 6 feet, and you need to have this. And like, that's what I'm saying. That's what the women
But
looking
the
for. We're not
question
talking
was
about what we
about
want or
look.
what we think we should get. Yeah, but we talking about what we should get. We don't want to sound just as delusional as these women that we talking about. We got to understand what these women are looking for. They don't want just the one thing. They want everything. We all know these women want everything. If you ain't got the swag, you ain't in shape, you hit. It's not going to work for you. It's going to be dudes out here getting more with no bread. That's what the whole Pookies and Ray Ray thing is. That's why they part of the
Trev,
what?
some of these women
Trev.
will take a man with a keg, though.
Trev,
Say what?
Some of these women will
Average
take a man
looking
with
brother.
a keg.
an average looking brother. He's about a 5, Trev, but he's bringing
Okay.
in a little over. He's bringing in a little over $250,000 a year.
Mhm.
What woman should he? What kind of woman in physical form, in physical looks, should he be dating?
It's way too much nuance to answer like that. I need more data because
Nah,
it don't
that's all
work
you
like
get.
that. It's
Nah,
not that
because
simple.
You a smart brother. That's all you get. You don't get no extra content.
I'll tell you. You know what he should go for? He should go for a woman who's head over heels for him. Whatever the best he can get that behaves like that. That's what I would say. However that comes. If it comes in a 9, great. If it comes in a 5, it is what it is.
Trev, you're
Get your
being
weight up.
dishonest. When you making
How am I being? Nah, don't ever do that. Don't ever do that. They
hear
never
me
being
out.
dishonest.
You didn't let me
Well,
finish.
I didn't need to hear. I didn't need to hear what you said after what you just said. But go ahead.
Okay, you actually do if you want to have a good dialogue with what I'm saying to you. Why the part I find what you say is dishonest. When you say that, how can you? If a woman knows how much you make, right? Let's say that. You think it's easy for you to find a woman that's for you?
No, it gets harder.
But you just
gets
justified
hard.
it would be easy. Look at her character. I mean, see how she judges you character-wise. A woman will run circle around. The right woman, that sunshine type of woman, will run circle around the average dude if she know her game is tight. Body tight. She know exactly what to say. Play to your weaknesses. How you think them NBA players get caught up with all them girls?
That doesn't last long. That's why I said earlier, men have to spend more time vetting, less time courting. If you do your due diligence in your vetting process, then you're not going to have these types of issues. That's what I'm saying. And who's saying it's easy? Women are extremely complicated, and not most of us as men don't get it. That's why most of us as men have terrible results. But if you want to win, that's what's necessary.
300K, you say I look like a 5. I'm singing Jay-Z, mommy, let's ride.
What number?
And you know what?
number
That's what we would all like to believe. We would all like to believe that. And that's what they should do. But that's not what is. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying what he deserves. I think he deserves for working his ass off and getting to that point in his life. I think he deserves a dime. But guess what? That ain't real life. We don't always get what we deserve. We don't.
Yeah, but that's the end of the question, Trev. That's what I'm saying. So you thank you for answering. You said ultimately when I was on mute and went like this and said a 9. That's all we're saying. Now the extra stuff that's necessary, cool. But the reality is, if a brother has worked his ass off to the point where that he's in the top 2% of earners in the United States, then if he's got to discern and figure out and learn and get to know and see if she's for real and all of that, why would he do that with a 4? If I got to put in all this goddamn effort to figure out a motherfucker, you think I'm going to figure out a 4? I got to figure out one or the other.
Life ain't fair. Life ain't fair. Life ain't fair.
And
again, what did I say?
Effort to figure out a woman, I'm going to figure out the baddest one possible.